Well, listeners, we're back. I guess it's been normal for you guys, but for Bridge and I, it's been like, what has it been, 2 weeks? That's long.
That's long.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks.
Do you want to tell them why it's been 2 weeks?
I got my tonsils out.
The worst.
I don't recommend it. It's terrible.
I've only met one person, and I'm pretty sure it was like a nurse in the hospital when I went to get my tonsils taken out, and she was like, best decision I ever made. I never got sick again. And I was like, I hope you're right, lady. And she wasn't right, so I don't know what the fuck he was talking about, yeah.
I need more hope, Kate.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I feel fine, just lots of pain, which is so interesting that adults have so much more pain than kids. And when I tell that to people, their reaction is, oh, is it because adults have more? Like, more that was cut, more that was burnt, more than, like, a little kid? And you're like, I guess.
Is that why? Oh, I don't know either.
I don't know.
Or I was going to say, like, a kid, I feel like a kid might have a little better of immune system, because their cells are, like, newer, whatever.
Super cells.
I don't know. Yeah, but it sucks. I'm sorry.
That's okay. And part of this journey for me, not only have I had huge tonsils my whole life, but this will be a test if also I will stop snoring.
Oh. Have you stopped snoring so far?
No, it's
okay.
too swollen still, and I'm very congested.
Yeah.
But I want to, like, in a month, see, because I track my snoring, Kate.
Do you ever talk in your sleep?
No.
Oh. Okay.
No.
That's fine and normal. Fine.
Just make a whole lot of noise. Why do you?
I don't know. I don't think I make any noise, but
wow.
I'm sure people who have slept over with me might disagree, but I don't care about their opinions. So.
Well, yeah. So I'm back and...
Woo!
Anaconda don't want...
My Anaconda don't want none unless you got John Voights.
Oh!
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, sisters. Sisters who've seen it.
Hello!
Hello there!
I went first this time.
You did it! Oh my god, you took charge!
Hi.
Like J-Lo. Okay. Hello. Debatable. Welcome back, listeners.
How's it going? What's new?
Do you guys have a giant snake in your river? What? I'm scared.
Wow.
I'm scared of the effects.
What a throwback.
I mean, yes.
1997 was wild.
Yes, but before we get into giant snakes, Bridge, I'm going to introduce ourselves.
Awesome.
So, listeners, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
Oh, there's lots of quotes. I feel like I just want to imitate John Voight's weird voice. The shimmy shaman in the snake. That's not it. That's not it. Not it at all. I don't know what that was. So sorry.
They're just babies. I can look up quotes. All I know is
Baby bird.
Ice Cube at one point says bitch to a snake.
Yeah, was he a little typecast or... Wow, Bridge, what's our movie?
1997, famously bad, became campy, Anaconda.
My Anaconda don't... Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh,
my God. Becky,
this is one of those movies that I feel like, yeah, I guess it is kind of campy. It's like culty, too, because I feel like I know many people have seen it.
I'm going to tell you right now, I had a good time.
I mean, I laughed lots by myself with a big old glass of wine.
I had a great time. You know what was weird? I decided to watch this in the bath.
Ooh, love a good bath movie.
It was great, but I also was like, I feel like I'm too much in the water. Like the water of the movie and the water in the bath that. I was
You're looking
creeped
for snakes,
out.
like
Yeah.
under the bubbles. Okay. Well, Bridge, I have to make it a formal apology because when we try to plan ahead, then our memories don't work. And by ours, I mean my memory doesn't work because I made you do 2 synopsises in a row. And you did know, and you totally called me out, and I was really convinced that wasn't what happened. But that's exactly what happened, and I'm so sorry. So I will take Anaconda down the river.
The next one. Okay.
I'll do the next one too.
I'm gonna take a nap. Go for it.
Okay, listeners. Well, we have an anaconda. Well, okay. Before the anaconda, let me tell you the main people, because there's a big old cast of characters. This is an ensemble cast, if you will.
Wow.
Basically, we've got a documentary film crew on a boat in the Amazon.
Yes.
On a river, and lots of people. In fact, let me cross-reference the people so I don't screw them up. I mean, we have J-Lo, who is like the lead. She's like the director, which I liked and never ever before my life knew. And I was like, cool,
never knew.
Female director, hell yeah. There's a guy who the actor is Eric Stoltz. He's like a doctor dude. I want to say he's an anthropologist because he's studying this tribe, the Shira shaman, that they're all going to try to find in the Amazon. You're just gonna film the shit out of him. We got Ice Cube. He's the cameraman, and he's Ice Cube, so don't forget. We have Jonathan Hyde, who we had in Jumanji, and
incredible.
Something else. Oh, Richie Rich. He was in Richie Rich.
Incredible.
He's killing it in the 90s. He's like the on-screen dude, like the narrator, because he's British, and
incredible.
He's gonna narrate. Owen Wilson is a sound guy? Question mark? Is that
Owen Wilson, direct quote, "Is it just me or does the jungle make you really, really horny?"
Owen! He did say wow in this movie too, so thank God. And then there's this lady, the actress is named Carrie Wooer. I don't know. She's like Owen Wilson's girlfriend, and I don't know what she does. She's like the production something. But most importantly, Bridge, we have Jon Voight.
Oh my God.
Jon Voight. How do I explain Jon Voight? Jon Voight is picked up by this crew. The crew's like, all right, yeah, let's go. Life is good. We got a local dude named Mateo. He's driving the boat. He knows where shit is. Let's go team. Well, then they come across Jon Voight on a crashed boat, ? In the jungle. And they're like, oh my God, we gotta be nice and save him. Don't be fucking nice, guys. Don't. Ever. Not in the jungle, okay? Anyway, they're nice, and they pick him up, and he talks like this. Hi, Jon Voight. Hello, hi, hello. My name is Saron. Hello. My boat crashed. I like snakes.
Accent was he trying to do?
Whatever it was offensive.
It was so bad.
He has no explanation. He's just like, I was alone on a boat and it crashed. Don't ask other questions about it. And everyone's like, we won't. And you're like, why? But it doesn't matter because now we're all on the river and they're like, we gotta keep going down the river. And then all this crazy shit starts to happen, Bridge.
Insanity. Lots
of people getting like injured. They're getting like their boat blocked. And then they come to find that there's a motherfucking anaconda in this motherfucking river. In the motherfucking Amazon. And even though there's lots of snakes and anacondas, this is a big one.
There's a big one.
I don't even, if I were to guess, it seemed like it was like 100 feet long.
I looked it up.
Crazy.
They made one that was 20 feet and another that was 40 feet.
Okay, that's like way less than what I said, but... Okay.
But I like 100.
You seem big. All right?
Crazy.
And he's just, like, out there eating animals, and then he's like, I like to eat people, too, and I'm gonna do that. And Jon Voight's like, I will help. I am Jon Voight. I will feed the anaconda. Jon Voight, basically, his whole motivation is he's undercover, sneaky bitch. He's trying to catch this giant anaconda. He wants it alive, and he doesn't care if anyone dies in the process.
Yikes.
In fact, he encourages death sometimes.
Crazy.
So then it kind of turns into a hostage situation, which we're gonna need to talk about. And Owen Wilson joins the terrorist group.
Oh my God! Just a little dough, and he switches.
Just the fucking worst. I can't think of another movie where Owen Wilson is like a bad guy. Can you? Because he's always like the funny, like, I don't know, good guy.
This is the weirdest Owen Wilson movie anyone has ever seen. I bet you people don't even realize he was in this film.
Probably not, because he doesn't stick around too long.
Ridiculous.
But basically, it's John Boyd's like, we're gonna catch the snake. And then they're all like, no, we're not, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, he gets taken hostage at one point, and then the snake attacks, and lots of people die. Oh my god, there's just a lot of deaths. And then, in the end, only J-Lo and Ice Cube are left, which...
Wow.
Probably the best choice out of all those people, so good job. But they have to fight off another Anaconda and John Boyd, and those are scary. But they succeed,
intense.
and then they blow up a building, too.
Yo, so much shit was going down.
I don't know if they ever got home, because I think they ran out of fuel, so they might actually be dead now.
But then they met their people.
Their people, the Shearing Shaman, and then that other guy woke up, which we'll also talk about, because, like, what a shitty role in this movie. Yeah, that's Anaconda. Giant snake.
The only way to get past this is through it? Let's do it.
Wow, let's do it. Well, Bridge, we start off with a Star Wars-esque opening, which involved reading.
I honestly was like, I think we know what an anaconda is.
Yeah.
Like, did they pull the audience and they were like, people don't know what anacondas are, so we'll have to tell them that they're big snakes. I'm like, I don't think people are stupid.
I also thought
but you're treating us that way.
It was funny how it included the fact of, like, sometimes anacondas will regurgitate their food so they can eat it again. And I was like, I mean, I guess, except he kind of throws up only once and then he doesn't eat it. So, is this fake news? What's happening?
You know what I would have liked? That stupid tribe backstory.
Yo.
Why do we care about this tribe?
Who are these people?
Why are they obsessed with anacondas? Like, nothing. Instead, they were like, we think our audience is stupid and doesn't know what a big snake is. So that was weird. And then Kate, I gotta say, now that, you know, you made me fall in love with Jaws, my new number one favorite movie, you ripped off Jaws a lot.
Lots of Jaws. Yeah, lots of, like, point of view from the snake and, like, the music. It had its own, like, scary music when it was around. The music
and the font in the beginning is that bright, bold red font.
Anaconda.
I was like, okay.
Well, they do the scary title, and then immediately it's like, honestly, the music needed a chill pill. Okay? I don't know who the composer was. You needed to relax. There's a lot happening. We go from magical Amazon flute music to Danny Trejo shitting his pants, and his, like, treehouse on the river is getting just destroyed by a snake that we don't see for some reason, even though we all know it's an anaconda, you guys. We know. My God.
It started breaking the floorboards.
It was traumatic.
Tremors?
Yo.
Took 90 minutes to get there. Anaconda's like,
we're gonna
minute
do it
one
immediately because we made a snake puppet and we need to show it off a lot.
Which, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it was alright.
The animatronic, the CGI, as I've said once, I'll say it again.
Oh, God.
Didn't hold up. But the animatronic, incredible.
Yeah, and when it would be like slow with its mouth open, you're like, wow, that looks like a snake.
Gross.
But okay, so Danny Trejo dies. He, like, shoots himself. Danny.
So, again, a Jaws ripoff. He climbs to the top mast.
Yes.
With a gun. And I'm like, this is Jaws. Take him out. Wait for the snake to open up its mouth and take him out.
Yeah.
And he just killed himself.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that seems... I don't know about that one.
Yeah, like he could have sacrificed one of his caged animals, which, why were there caged animals, guys?
I was wondering that.
Anyone gonna tell us? No.
And then I wrote, okay, we casually shift to Brazil and J-Lo. What?
J-Lo's wearing a see-through dress. First minute of the movie. Guys, come on. You can't make her the female director and then show, like, her boobs through a dress, you know?
But you know what? They really did that, like, once. It wasn't
the whole time.
Oh my God, except for that one time where she tries to, like, seduce John. Wait, I cannot.
Oh God. I wrote that Ice Cube's first line in this movie is "Today's gonna be a good day," like quoting his song, right?
Yep.
Okay.
He did.
Okay. Well, moving on from that.
It's funny you brought up that you didn't realize she was like the film director, because
Yeah.
I didn't either, but now that we take such copious notes, I thought, wow, well, now I know this. But it was funny to me that like Ice Cube it was like J-Lo's big break, like she couldn't wait to get this film. It's gonna send her, into serious credibility, this and that. And then you have Ice Cube that's like, what up, girl? Yeah, let's film this camera. Oh, yeah, bitch, yeah. I was like, what? Like, why can't he also be excited and professional? And like, I just felt like it was like he didn't get to act at all.
Because he was typecast. Yeah.
I know. It was just, so it was kind of weird. I was like, all right. But at least you knew they were buddies. And you also got the sense that like, okay, now is the scene where we meet everybody. We're like meeting the whole boat crew. And like, I don't know. I understood everyone's job, but like not so much Owen and the other baby bird girl. Were they just the sound people? Were they the sound people?
I think Owen Wilson was. I think the other lady was like the production manager. And I don't know what that means or how you do that on a boat, unscripted documentary style, but I don't know. Seems like she just like got to hang out on a boat for a little bit, and that didn't turn out well for her. So
it was weird. And meeting the driver, like Mateo, I was like something shady about him. He seemed off.
He's like, we must go this way. This is the way to go. Mateo, get to the river. Or John Voight. I wrote a note here, and again, this is just me in my earth-loving era, forever and always. We're smoking a lot of ciggies in the Amazon, you guys. And I'm concerned that we're ruining this environment and you're giving all the monkeys black lung. So, please stop.
Wow.
I hated it.
Not the boat or anything, just the cigarettes?
That's also a problem. But the smoking of the cigarettes, I hated as well.
You knew that I went to the Amazon, right?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about some of these things, and specifically I want to ask you about that scary wasp that comes up soon.
Yo. It's funny. There was that one scene where he goes to dive in, and he goes, what I'm really nervous about is this specific fish that goes up your urethra. When I went, I was in Ecuador, so it's like the kind of edge of the Amazon.
Yeah.
And we swam. People were like, you can go swimming here. And I didn't realize that I must have literally taken Anaconda's fact. And I was like, I ain't going in that fucking water because there's a fish that goes up your hoo-ha and I'm not chancing it. And when I saw this movie, I was like, oh my God, that's where I got this from.
See, this movie traumatized us in many ways. More ways than we can count, you guys. My God.
Yeah, but I feel like there was a little bit of the people with their stone culture sculptures and then the barricade of don't go in here. I'm like, that's like not really real. Like nobody's building an intense...
Yeah, I wanted to understand the physics of how we built a giant wall apparently in one day, because John Voight's like, I was just here. There was no wall. It's crazy. And I was like, what is happening? And where did these planks come from? Okay.
And that freaking warehouse? That's not a thing.
There's like so many warehouses in the jungle, apparently.
No. You know what's in the jungle? Small huts that are like far from the water because there's lots of animals near the water and you have to be like far away so you don't get like eaten.
Bridge, I'm just having a thought. If
Crazy.
we do a second episode of Nostalgic Movie Survivor, it's going to be set in the Anaconda Amazon and they're going to have to do challenges in the warehouse, like a relay race climbing up the ladder and John Voight's yelling at you. Oh my God. It's so real.
I love it so much. Okay, sorry. Back to...
John Voight comes into the movie. It's like within the first 8 minutes, which is quick. Like, we're just speeding down this river.
It's quick, and I think that's where the laughing comes from. Because I'm like, who is this shady freaking dude? He's ridiculous.
He also is like, I'm a priest. And everyone's like, what? And he's like, and I had snakes. And I was like, that seems...
Okay.
I don't know if the Lord approves of that, but what do I know?
He must have been on drugs when he took this role.
So. My God.
I thought I heard that.
Yes.
I was a priest. Was he just lying? Or
I don't know. I wrote
actually a priest?
I wrote John Boyd is a snake priest or something. Question mark.
Because he does a lot of, what is this called? The Holy Spirit?
Yes.
What do you call that?
It's
Like when you do a cross yourself, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. Someone smarter than us knows.
You guys know.
He did that a lot.
Yeah.
Like he would kill people and then do the sign of the cross, and then he would kill a snake and do the sign of the cross. And I was like, wait, is this like you're pretending to be a priest for your backstory, or are you just like a weird priest that also prays? It's so bizarre.
I don't know, but he definitely wasn't a celibate priest, as we learn later, which is gross. But don't worry, Bridge, because, what do we have? Oh, we have a scene, so whatever, John Voight's weird, and they're like, he's so weird, but here we go, we're all together. Now it's nighttime, and there's really unrealistic fireflies, because they're literally just flashing lights someone put on a string, like, in my backyard, and so some poor production assistant had to, like, click them on and off, and that was the fireflies. And everyone else is like, wow, let's go get some sounds. They get off the fucking boat in nighttime to get sounds. Like, what the fuck, you guys?
Katie.
Oh my God.
As we know at our professional level, when we record this, we need to have perfect sound. That would be my family room. If you told me you have to go out into the Amazon at night alone, I never in my life. And what they really wanted to do, Kate, was have sex. This is night one.
Why couldn't they just bone on the boat? Like,
don't they have bedrooms?
I thought they did, but I don't know. It was not good.
It was so weird, and that woman is just objectified the entire movie. She's Baby Bird.
Ugh.
She's literally only designed to just talk about how hot she is.
She only wears button-down shirts so the buttons can be unbuttoned.
We don't even know her job, Kate.
I don't know her job. I would get that wrong in trivia. Well, they get attacked, and you're like, oh my God, is it the Anaconda? Because we keep seeing weird POV shots, and like, I don't understand why a snake is following a boat, but it's cool. Whatever. Must be a slow Tuesday. And it's not the Anaconda. It's a wild boar, and John Boyd fucking shoots it in the face. And it's just like, wild boar, they can kill you, you know. And you're like, yeah, we know, John Boyd. It just chased us out the jungle.
God.
And where'd you get that shotgun, John Boyd? I'm scared.
But it was almost as if they were like, John Boyd, if you've ever wanted to play a villain, any villain characteristic, you're gonna get every possible scene.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the like, oh, they're gonna be afraid of me, but also trust me. Oh, they're gonna get the like, you're secretly evil, but you're hiding things. Oh, and then you actually reveal you're secretly evil, and then you actually then try to murder them, and then you try to sleep with someone, and then I just feel like every scene with him, I was like, you are making me so uncomfortable. It is crazy. Okay, I found out he's supposed to be from Paraguay.
Oh, okay.
Let's apologize to the country for him.
Okay, someone needs to write a letter.
So they start to see that like totem statue with a snake on it.
Where it's like wrapped around the person and then it's like eating their head. And he's like, this is the shaman's like shrine to the snake. And I was like, that's a weird shrine. What?
Well, I did like this part because he was like, the legend has it, and the Macau, and the professor dude is like, so, that's not true.
That professor was such an actually guy, but I loved it
was
in this case.
So funny. And then I wrote, John Voight responds like such a boomer because he was like, whatever, this is just what it is.
That fucking scene where they're like, quick, Jonathan Hyde, get in the camera so we can film you with these statues. And he's like, these are statues from the Shoe Shaman. John Boy just walks in the frame and is like, okay, you let me over the next stop. Okay, bye. And he ruins the shot.
Ridiculous. He ruins it.
To be a bitch. And he succeeded.
Literally, I was like, what a boomer.
Oh my
so
God.
Then I was thinking to myself, I was like, okay, I love that he was like, I gotta take out the professor. Because like all the rest of these people are ding-dongs, but this guy is like gonna call me out on my shit.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking like, now that you know the plot and you watch it again, you're like, all right, I like that he like takes him out the whole time. You know?
I do have questions. happens.
Okay.
So we find out, because the anchor or something, or the rope gets trapped in the propeller.
John Voight did that.
Oh.
He, like, kicked it.
Did we see that? And I blacked
thought
out.
so.
Oh my god, I blacked out.
I thought so.
Okay, never mind. That literally answered my one question that I had. So, thanks, Bridge. Well, this is where then they're like, we gotta go fix it. And I'm sorry, even pre-Saw movies, I'm not touching a propeller that's stuck.
Never.
I'm not putting my hand in the garbage disposal. I'm not going near a rogue fan.
Well,
I am not drinking the fizzy lifting drink in Willy Wonka. I'm not doing it. You guys are crazy. I don't know how they thought this wouldn't end in, like, pain.
I'm not even getting in the water.
No. Not with that fish in their Bridge. No.
They went in the water so many times.
Yes.
And the whole, like, poisonous wasp in the actual breathing thing, I'm like,
I hate that.
How did he not, like, the first time you took a breath in, it didn't
where was
go
the
in?
wasp? I don't know.
I don't know, but he performs like a tracheotomy on him to save him.
Yeah, which I was kind of like, why'd you do that if you just wanted him to die? But it's for plot. And then now this character, this professor guy, he's literally basically out of the movie. So, deuces!
Do you know how crazy it would be if you're just, like, basically trying to heal on a bed and hearing the chaos of the next couple days?
Like, watch out for the snake! And he's like, what? Huh? Like, he has
There's, like,
no idea it's a
dynamite,
Anaconda.
murders, death, and he's just peacefully sitting in a mosquito net.
Owen Wilson being a Judas. Yes. Oh my god.
Crazy.
Yeah, so he's out, and then now J-Lo's like, I'm in charge, bitch, and we're getting in this fucking river, and now this is where we get to the wall. And she turns to John Boyd, and she's like, why is there a wall? And he's like, I don't know, it wasn't here yesterday.
I'm not gonna lie, this horrified me.
A wall? Oh.
No.
Sorry.
When the wall gets blown up.
Oh, with the
and there
raining snakes.
Raining snakes. Throughout the boat.
Oh,
everywhere.
My God.
And John Voight has a quote where he goes, so young, yet so lethal.
Go, babies. Babies. Go back to your mama.
He literally just starts picking up random snakes and throwing them into the water. I'm like, how? Did we get all the snakes? Because there's got to be more snakes.
This was definitely inspiration for Snakes on a Plane. They were like, snakes on a boat? We have something there. What could that be?
Train?
What could that be?
Plane?
Train?
Plane!
Plane! Snakes on a plane. The best part is when Jonathan Hyde literally has the smallest animatronic snake I've ever seen in my life on his, for some reason, pointed up thumb, like he's given the A-OK, and it's biting him, and he's like, oh, somebody help me! And then John Boyd's like, love these snakes. They're so great. And they're like, help him, John Boyd, his poor thumb.
I was so freaked out. I was like, no one's okay. If some dude was like, we have to just blow that up, and snakes came on the boat, I'd be like, you lost. That's it. We're
failed.
not going to listen to you anymore. No one's going to listen to you anymore.
I did make a note, though, Bridge. If this was a very different type of movie, and John Voight was played by Steve Irwin, him calling the snakes babies would have been precious and endearing, and I would have put it on a t-shirt and worn it every day. But because it's John Boyd and he's evil, it's a bunch of bullshit, and I hate it.
Well, it's funny because he reveals that he is essentially a poacher, but he's like, I'm not a poacher. I catch them and, like, give them to people that need them, like museums and stuff. And I'm like, so wait, what is a poacher?
I think a poacher is like you kill the animals.
Okay, so he keeps them alive.
He keeps them
and that's
alive.
What makes it not illegal.
It still sounds and feels illegal, though.
Doesn't it feel illegal?
I think so. Like, you
Crazy.
can't just go kidnap an elephant, right?
I
don't know.
I have no idea.
We're
but
not
all
gonna
I
try.
know is he finds the snake skin.
Oh
and
my god.
And Ice Cube is like, a snake is that big. And then they were like, well, what if they eat people? And John Voight's like, they don't eat people. And he lied.
John Voight winks at the camera. Mateo winks as well. And then everyone's like, we saw your fucking winks, you weirdos. Don't worry,
Yeah.
Bridge. Now that we've gone through this place that we probably shouldn't have gone through, they immediately find another, they call it like a boat. It kind of looks like, this was Danny Trejo's like campground, right? Is River Camp Out?
And I thought that was where that first dude killed himself.
I think it was.
Okay, so to me, this was like, I guess their old boat. I don't even know. And they had lost the fuel because when the thing exploded. And that was good. At least we had some sort of
that was also kind of like Jaws, where they are like losing shit off the boat. They're like, oh my god, what are we gonna do?
So they're like, let's go get fuel.
Yeah. Like, let's go look through. Let's get some fuel. Let's see what we got. Ice Cube is like, yo, I'm gonna film this. Ice Cube, are you sure? Is Shiri Shaman, who? They want you to film a boat that they don't live on? How are we putting that in a documentary? Let me know.
Ice Cube is so brave. When the professor is ripping off the anchor rope and he has a problem, Ice Cube jumps in. When they go to this weird scary house thing, Ice Cube jumps in.
He does.
When Mateo gets lost,
and everyone's like, he goes back.
Ice Cube goes back. Ice Cube is brave.
I just wish he was like nicer to his camera and like didn't bring it in the water every 2 seconds. But what do I know?
I don't think any of us know in this scenario.
Well, Bridge, this is a big reveal because via photograph, we find out that John Voight and Mateo and dead Danny Trejo are friends, or were friends, because Danny's dead and he's missing. We don't know where he is.
I was thinking about that. I was like, wait, so, okay, Mateo's in on it.
Yeah.
Mateo, how are you gonna get killed by this snake? Aren't you, like, a little bit more savvy?
The way he gets killed is also fucking dumb, because it's literally him, like, bending down to get in the water, and instead he falls in. It was like America's Funniest Home Videos. And I was like, wait, Mateo, don't you live out here? What's going on? And that was his downfall, apparently. The snake didn't want to eat Ice Cube or John Voight. It wanted Teo falling in.
Ice Cube is the slowest walking prey for the snake to eat. And instead, Mateo makes a big splash and the snake's like, that's it. I'm going for it.
And I love how nobody hears it, too. And also, Ice Cube, where he's like, I gotta go back for Mateo. J-Lo goes to John Voight. She goes, go with him. And John Voight goes, maybe some other time. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
How is this a
character? So the animatronic snake / CGI snake, no matter who it was, every snake did the same thing. They would do like this wrap around,
it was like
a person's head,
Yum.
And then it would twist the person back towards them.
Yes.
And then it would eat them.
It would.
Kate, I know that you mentioned Disney or whatever rides. How freaking nuts would it be if you were like a person that this fake snake pretended to eat and it whipped you around like a roller coaster ride?
That sounds like a neck injury in the making.
It's just, I thought it looked so cool.
I thought you were going to be like, wouldn't it be cool if you're on a boat with fake John Voight and J-Lo and Ice Cube and then you get attacked by a snake? But no, you went all in there. I don't know, Bridge. I'm not sure about that pitch. That might need to be a Universal ride, not a Disney one. But this is where Owen Wilson starts to do a little flippy floop because he's like, wow, look at that snake skin. Wow. And then John Voight's like, yeah, you'll make a lot of money. You make $1 million. You and me. We all
can't
do
with
it.
Your accent. I can't.
This was his face, too, by the way.
It's his eyes were so
were they open.
He kept switching lazy eyes, and then they were cross-eyed. I don't know what he was doing. He was so insane.
I don't know, but they're like waiting around at night because they're like, maybe Mateo's alive, and it's like, bitch, he ain't alive. We gotta go. There's mosquitoes out here. I don't know what we're doing. But this is where Owen Wilson definitively is like, John Voight, I'm fucking with you. Let's shoot a monkey. It's really casual, and it's gonna be our bait. And now it's nighttime, and we're going to catch Anaconda. And Ice Cube asks the real questions about priorities, like, who the fuck cares? Like, let's just leave. And Owen Wilson's like, absolutely not. I need to make money. I'm Owen Wilson. Wow.
I felt like that was so weird.
He also got, like, a gun right away. I was like, damn.
I just was like, I don't believe this Owen Wilson flip. And he did sound like Zoolander the whole time.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So this is the hostage. We're all hostage. And apparently to catch an anaconda, you go fishing. Did you know that? I didn't.
I was like, I thought he was just going to kill. I was not paying attention. I thought he just had to kill the snake.
No, Bridge, he is going to go live. I don't know how that's going to work, but
I'm
it is.
Let me get this straight. We're going to hook a giant 40-foot snake. Are we just going to drive it back?
I think so.
What?
I think we were. I don't know how. I don't know.
That's like having Valcor at the back of your boat for like miles.
I mean, that would be fucking awesome. No, I think they had like a snake tranquilizer or something. So they're gonna like make it sleepy. But still, I don't think it would have. Yeah, I don't know if John Boyd thought about all that. Honestly, all he thought about was fishing.
But he killed a monkey, and then the monkey's the bait, and monkey's blood. They like that, and
yeah.
Ugh.
This Anaconda too, which was like really fucking funny, was because there's a lot of this scene is like when it's the puppet Anaconda, because you're just seeing like not the full body, because like most of its body's underwater. You're seeing like its whatever upper, and it like moves around like back and forth, kind of like a Universal ride, and it's like it's like I'm pretty sure snakes don't scream, guys.
Oh, that was called out. Snakes do not scream.
Thank you. That's what I thought.
So this movie lied.
This is a bunch of bullshit. John Boyd's not even a real person. Yeah, but this doesn't go very well because the snake, like, doesn't get tranked. Gary gets eaten. Gary is Owen Wilson.
Yo,
I don't know.
That was quick. Gary...
dumb bullshit.
It's quick, and people just start dying and dying. And then the woman, who we haven't even said her name, Kate.
Does she have one? What is it?
The one that just is objectified.
Production person. That lady.
Baby Bird.
Baby Bird. Baby Bird number 2. Her name was Denise.
Okay, Denise is pissed when Gary dies.
She's so upset about Gary!
And I was like, but he showed his true colors. I don't know if you really wanted to be with him. Like, he basically held you hostage.
He brought you in the jungle to, like, bone, and, like, there's better places, Denise. Like, come on, girl.
Gross. But she is pissed after this.
And John Boyd now is the hostage. Why we didn't kill him, I don't know. But he's left alive, he's tied up on the boat, and then this is where the boat gets stopped.
Wait. This is when they capture him?
Oh, I thought it was, no? I thought after the whole snake thing, they capture him.
Well, this is when J-Lo tries to flirt with him.
Oh, God. I skipped right over that.
And it is so gross and uncomfortable.
You know
John Boyd knows exactly what's happening because Ice Cube comes in the back. John Boyd's like, I know I'm a fake pre-snake poacher, but I'm not falling for this. And then Westridge comes out of nowhere and shoots him with the tranquilizer, and that's how they get him. And I have to say, I like that they fought back, because this one guy takes over all 6 of you, and like, come on. Like, if someone is nutso, like, you take them out, you know? So I loved this part. But then they were like, well, we don't have any fuel. We're surrounded by anacondas. What do we do now? I was like, I actually still think you're in a lot of shit. So it was good. This was good. I liked that they fought back.
Yeah, I realized I skipped over that part in my notes because the only thing I wrote about that was J-Lo, honey, no, don't make out with John Boyd. No, but then it worked out.
I was like a cold-hearted person because I was like, I would have thrown him in the river.
I would have absolutely thrown him in the river.
I would have kept him alive.
I would have killed him first, honestly, because you got to double tap.
Oh, really? I would have just thrown him in that river. I figured
probably
the snake would get at him.
No, like he never died until he died. But it's fine because now we crashed and we're near a waterfall, which means we're gonna have more snake shit. So Ice Cube is the one who's like, I got it. Let's all get in the water and with the ropes, something opposite physics, something, and it'll totally unstuck our boat. And
that made no sense.
Nobody had questions about it. They were like, absolutely.
They just jump in that water again.
Like, so fast. And I was like, nope, that's a big nope for me.
I'm calling in backup and waiting there for 17 days. I don't care. I'm not going in that water.
And while they're off the boat bridge, it's just Baby Bird and John Boyd. And she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill him. And I was like, yeah girl, go
it's
kill him.
It's about time.
Except he pulls out his 3 ninjas, like karate.
Okay, I cannot.
This was a Sonya Blade Mortal Kombat Death by Thighs. is what this was.
Sonya
I don't
Blade
understand.
has been training John Voight for years in the jungle.
He fucking wishes, okay?
He jumped. That jump was so insane. I was like, okay, now you're a villain with like superpowers. Like, this is so comical at this point.
Like, did he have a stunt double just for that move? Or...
I have no idea,
Wow.
but he basically kills her. I was like, wow, there we go.
He fucking
That's
kills
that.
her, and then he like kicks her body into the river. I was like, oh
Damn.
I feel like someone's gonna find that eventually, but fine. He gets himself out, and then, the snake, like, what happens? Does the snake come? I guess it does.
So Westridge is the hero in this one because the snake is heading for J-Lo and Ice Cube, and Westridge is like, over here, and he runs towards the waterfall.
Yes.
And then, that doesn't work out well for him because the snake is like, I can still see you through the waterfall.
This
You're
was like
dead.
crazy CGI snake move because Jonathan Hyde falls out of the waterfall and the CGI snake like goes under him and then like loops up and then like whoop. That would be that part in the ride bridge would have to be the ending because it's crazy.
It would be cool, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
All right.
Debatable, but still,
All right.
that
We'd
would
wear
that would
neck
be the
braces.
best Ice Cube, I believe, is the one who then shoots the snake in the face. And I thought the snake died. Did the snake die? And then John Boyd was like, how dare you kill my snake? And then the guy with the wasp in his neck wakes up for 1 second to trank John Boyd. I didn't understand anything. I thought they killed that snake.
So I think there was more than one snake.
Why isn't it called Anaconda's Bridge? I thought there was just one. I'm so confused.
I just thought there was a lot.
That's a ripoff of Lake Placid. Actually, it might not be. I think Lake Placid was after this movie.
Oh.
Did Lake Placid rip off Anaconda with two of the monsters, and you thought it was one?
I don't even...
That's a question for our dad, not for us to answer, because he definitely knows the answer.
He's just John Boyd. You killed my warrior snake.
Ridiculous.
They end up, and then this is where they end up at that weird village thing.
I called this Six Flags stunt show setup.
Oh, that is exactly
that's what it
like.
reminded me of. I was like, we're gonna watch the best half-hour show you've ever seen in this park.
Oh my god.
Let's do it.
Wow, that's a throwback.
Yeah.
This is when they're like, we still need fuel, believe it or not. And I wrote, so many people died, and no one has grieved any characters in this whole movie.
Nope, absolutely not. And this is now, we just have J-Lo and just Ice Cube. John Voight, I think they like threw him off the boat and they presumed he was dead. He ain't dead.
Oh, this is to your point. You gotta double check.
Gotta double check, or otherwise you're gonna get captured. You're gonna get tied up, and you're gonna get monkey blood thrown on you in slow mo. Gross.
This was so disgusting.
Yeah.
I was horrified at this. They're tied back to back, full of monkey's blood, basically trying to bait the snake. John Boyd is ready with the net. The snake comes. He gets the snake. They're still running around like maniacs. They somehow break free.
Yes.
And then it becomes like a crazy, like, to me, this was like the big climactic scene of like running from the snake.
John Boyd's plan was literally put snake in net, and that's it. And then the net failed. So then he didn't have a plan.
Yeah. And he keeps trying to shoot it with the tranquilizer and either misses or it's like not enough. I don't.
This is a
He's
crazy.
Not qualified.
No, he's a priest, and he gets eaten, and they do a really cool you're inside the snake.
Yeah, I loved that shot.
Like him getting eaten. Oh my god, it was crazy.
It was from the snake's stomach, which really reminded me of Look Who's Talking. You know, when the little semen flies up the uterus. Anyways,
he was not narrating his journey.
I thought that was a really cool shot, though. I was like, I do want to see from a snake's stomach what someone that you eat looks like. Thank you for that.
It reminded me of the movie Nope, which I know you haven't seen, but it's very Jaws-esque. I feel like you might be into it.
Okay.
Not a spoiler. That's just a spoopy part. But anyway, it's fine, Bridge, because John Boyd gets regurgitated as the snake is like, I'm going to eat J-Lo too, and then J-Lo runs away, and then the snake throws up John Boyd.
I was so afraid he was going to have another bad quote right there.
He didn't have a bad quote. He just said a bad wink. which is arguably
Gross.
just as bad, you know?
Ice Cube saves J-Lo by stabbing the snake with a spike.
You know what? He was very heroic. You're right,
Wasn't he heroic?
You're right. He was.
He was the hero. Then they jump in the water. The snake gets blown up. Then the snake is on fire.
That
coming
was
after
lot.
them.
Is that how water works? When I come out of water, I'm on fire? Is that physics? Where is our sister Mary to help us?
I have that direct question. Is this how water works? How is it still on fire? Oh my god.
It's just like way too much.
Ice Cube does stab it and then says bitch really loud. I thought that was pretty cool.
That must be why I wrote right here, it really is a bitch. So they find some fuel, I guess. They get on the boat. The doctor, professor, magically wakes up and now he's Gucci, good to go. He's like, oh, the snakes are dead. I feel better. I'm awake now. Wow.
What a waste of a freaking... And it was the worst. They then find these people, the Shiri Shama people.
Shiri Shaman!
I wanted to say to them, you guys get out of here. There's some really big snakes around here.
We left a lot of dead bodies around, so do what you need to.
So many dead bodies.
Get some provisions, use a net.
When this happens, and they're like, oh my god, the people. Literally, Ice Cube's like, alright, I'll get my camera. Like Ice Cube, take a break. God. Working so hard.
He's like, I forgot to bring my camera to the snake climax, so I guess I'll do it here. He's
like, I'll get in the water. You're like, get out of the water, Ice Cube.
Oh my god.
This movie is so ridiculous, but it was surprising that I felt it was so much better than I remembered.
It's just like, it's funny. Like, it's not to be taken seriously. Although I told this story last time, I definitely accidentally traumatized a friend with this movie because now they're afraid of snakes because of this stupid fucking puppet snake.
You did. You ruined it.
They should be afraid of John Voight's. Okay? That's the real fear. It's not the snakes. It's John Voight on a boat. All right? Okay. Wow. Well, what do you think, Bridge? Would you watch or don't watch?
You have to watch this, but you cannot take it serious. If you do, you will be disappointed.
Watch it while drinking.
Drinking with a bunch of people. And I'll tell you this, J-Lo is not bad acting in this.
She's not. I actually wonder where in the lineup of movies
she did
this
great
fell.
acting.
I feel like this might have been one of her
first ones, right?
Movies. Yeah, I feel like maybe. She was in that weird Robin Williams movie, Jack. Did you ever see that?
No.
It's like where the guy like ages rapidly. So he's like, he's a 10-year-old boy, but he looks like Robin Williams. And you're like, what? And then J-Lo's the teacher. And he's like, want to go to the dance with me? And she's like, no, Robin Williams. You're 10.
Ew, I hate it.
It's a weird one. Don't recommend. But anyway, go J-Lo. Ice Cube, I don't know if this was pre or post Friday, but go you. And yeah. Bridge, since I know you had a really tough time past couple days, I have a little surprise for you.
Really?
I do.
Wow.
It's something that we haven't done in a while. I want you to go to your inbox. And I want you to take a peek at what I just sent you.
Oh my god.
A peek or a listen, perhaps.
There it is.
Just
okay.
Tell me when you're gonna play it.
I'm gonna play it right now.
So what are you gonna throw at me?
It's a movie you know.
Okay.
Okay, our movie this week is Anaconda. Oh, Jesus. Don't panic.
I'm sorry, but I've actually watched that this week.
No!
I did.
That's so crazy. Why?
I did. Because it was on when I was flipping around.
God. Okay.
And I think John Voight is amazing in that.
Amazing. Yeah. Oh my god.
You know?
What did you think of his accent?
I thought he was great. I thought he was very good, especially when it got swallowed and then winked at her.
I hate it.
You know what I'm saying, baby bird? Ew, baby bird? See, I did watch it.
I can't believe you watched that. Oh
yeah.
My God. Well, that was worth it.
Okie dokie.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Wow.
Literally.
Incredible. Of course he watched it this week.
He watched
of
it
course.
this week. What even? I was like, who are you? What's happening?
He is so predictable. It's insane.
I knew he'd have something to say about it. I just didn't realize how recent
Wow.
he'd have something to say about it.
Wow. I love that he thought John Voight is the best character.
Of course
because
he did.
He's the king of B movies. Incredible.
Oh my God, he really is. Wow.
Wow, for the old school listeners, enjoy that
That
because
was-
that's a great nugget.
Oh yeah, we haven't done that in a while. I probably should have done a setup. Listeners, that was our dad. We got a dad quote because our dad also likes movies and he definitely likes dumb sci-fi
Creature
horror
features.
creature
Oh, yeah.
features. He sure does. So
Wow.
there you go.
Wow, incredible. That was the best. Although
That's for you.
him and I sound the same now because we're both just coughing and hacking up lungs, but for different reasons. Cool.
Oh no.
Wow. All right, Kate, well, guess what? It's my turn.
Woo!
I don't even know if you're ready for this pick.
I don't know. Am I?
This is a listener pick.
Oh.
This listener is Pat.
Oh, hey Pat.
Hey, Pat.
Not a related Pat, right? No.
I don't
think so. Probably
wait, I don't know, do we? I don't know. They don't say their last name.
not. Okay.
And it's a random email address, but
Oh, okay.
Pat says, hey, I would love for you to do, and I'll tell you the movie in a second.
Oh.
I think it's really funny and reminds me of lots of nostalgia. I don't think you've done it yet.
Okay,
Wow.
that's the vaguest of vague emails. That could be anything, but okay.
Don't worry, Pat. I got it from here. So, Kate, this is a coming of age comedy.
Oh.
Black comedy.
Oh, black.
It focuses on a 17-year-old girl who assumes the role of head of the house when the elderly babysitter who her mother hired to watch over the kids suddenly dies.
Is it?
We're watching!
Don't tell
Mom
the
the
babysitter. Oh my God! Wait, I cannot.
1991!
I cannot tell you the last time I saw this movie and if I've seen it fully.
Wow.
Oh my God. But I remember the plot. Who's the main actress? Who's the blonde, right?
Christine Applegate.
Oh my God, Christina. We love you.
Love her.
Wow. Okay, Pat. That's okay.
What do you really think? Because, with American Pie, I don't trust your reactions anymore.
I don't have any feelings because I can't
Oh, okay.
remember anything about this movie, but I'm looking on IMDb and it says there are 5 siblings. Dude, what
Wow.
the F?
Wow.
But it was an evil babysitter and they died. So that's
Oh my God.
cool, I guess.
The picture of the movie is just some old lady's feet
Like
coming out of the
dead.
ground.
She must saw John Voight and, oh my God, David
Wow.
Duchovny's in this. Thank God.
Wow.
I don't know who he
Rose.
is.
Remember Rose? Rose, I'll get right on that, Rose. Rose.
Rose? Who's Rose?
Oh, okay. Now, when you see it, you'll get it.
Oh my God. All right. Well, I have no context or comments at all about this movie, but I'm ready. Let's do it.
Great.
Well, Bridge,
Yeah.
just want to say, if we were filming a documentary in the Amazon, which
Yes.
is a normal thing for us to do,
Obviously.
and Mateo, our boat driver, was like, hey, look at that guy over there. He needs help. I would be like, floor it! And I would fucking leave John Voight and be like, let's go find these Shiri Shaman. And also, Bridge, I will be your Ice Cube, and I will get in the water and film.
I love you.
And I don't know what role you're doing, but you're probably J-Lo, You could be J-Lo.
Wow.
I'll be Ice Cube.
I'll definitely be your J-Lo to Ice Cube.
Wow.
Kate?
Bridge.
If John Voight takes over, as you mentioned, but did it in a better way,
Okay.
and they say, why don't we just push him off the boat? I was like,
Hmm.
no. My sister Katie says you have to shoot him first
Double tap.
and then push him off.
Fucking kill him first. That's right.
Or else he'll try to wrap you and a snake up in a net in about 20 minutes in a warehouse.
And then he's gonna wink at me as a corpse, and I don't have the stomach for it, okay?
Because I feel like people should listen to you, Kate, because you're smart and amazing, and I love you.
Thank you. I love you. Wow. And listeners, if you also love double tapping when it's necessary. And if you think that Jon Voight should have been played by Steve Irwin, this should have been a more inspirational movie about how we should befriend giant snakes and make them be nice, but Jon Voight ruined that. And if you think that Ice Cube deserves, like, I don't fucking know, like, an award for, like, being cool and heroic and, like, basically making sure J-Lo didn't die the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should write us a review.
Hey.
We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, along with some other podcasting apps. We also have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com. On our website, you can request a movie. So there is a form you can fill out. You go on there, you fill it out, goes on a list, and we do it eventually. So our next pick, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, was picked by Pat, who filled out the form. Look at that. All right, so that could be you, listeners. And Bridge, what else can they do on our website?
You can buy us coffee,
Woo!
which is money,
Woo!
and it will not go towards any Jon Voight accent
Absolutely.
lessons.
No.
Okay?
Just let it, it's gotta die.
It's gotta die.
Don't let it go on yet.
And unless you're our father, he likes it even more. And if you're like, well, okay, I don't know if I want to give you money, I want to get something, you can get merchandise.
Yes!
And I'm figuring out now what Steve Irwin merchandise to put with snakes and Jon Voight. I don't know. We could make something up. But check them out because there's a lot of good inside jokes in there. And they're fun and silly. And if you and your friends listen to the podcast and you want something tangible to think about it and laugh, check it out.
I mean, I know we always get, like, flagged for copyright on, like, basically everything we make. But I really wish we could have, like, just the face of the Anaconda puppet, like, huge on the shirt. And then Steve Irwin under it being like, crikey, that's a beaut. And, like, that's it. And
I love it. I love it so much.
Y'all know. Yes, listeners. So check all that out, and we hope to hear from you. All right. Well, see y'all next week for Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. I mean, she's gonna find out eventually. So
she's definitely gonna. I mean, she's gonna find out. But wow. Okay, I'll get right on that, Rose. See ya. Bye bye.
All right, I love you.
Jon Voight is incredible.
Wow.
Via our dad. Goodbye.
Via
love you. Via our dad.
Bye-bye, baby bird. Bye-bye.
Bye, baby bird.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswhoseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.